Alright, let's get into it. No cuts, no butts, and no coconuts. I buy 2 TZP inhalants for this run and nothing else. I wait for the ship to land and I beeline it towards a beehive. After moving it 1 stamina bar's worth, I open the loot ship so my items don't despawn. Then I go back and move the beast to the back of the ship. Now, there really isn't much to talk about from here on out. Just check out my route, and I'd like to know if you guys can beat my score solo. Now that the run is underway though, I kind of wanted to take this time to talk to you guys about some things going on with me and the channel. For those who are new, first off, subscribe, and maybe I'll take you out to a nice lunch or something. Secondly, if you're not new here and you're invested in the channel, I have some news. I made a community post not long ago about the direction of the channel and how I wanted to start kind of straying away from Lethal Company. I understand that some people really only watch me for Lethal Company, and that's completely fair, honestly. But lately, the game hasn't been hitting the same for me. There are fun and unique ideas that I have, but honestly, I can never commit myself to one game for too long. Typically, instead of one main game, I usually have a pool of games that I like to come back to every so often. On top of this, I usually play new games very frequently just because a part of my brain always craves like a certain niche. Like sometimes I'm in a Slavic horror type mood, so I play Stalker or Metro. Sometimes I'm in a fighting game mood and I'll pour 100 hours into Tekken. Sometimes I'm in a PS2 game mood and I'll just replay Sly Cooper and Ratchet and Clank. And sometimes I'm in an arena FPS mood and I feel like playing Metal Hellsing or BPM or Quake. Which kind of leads me to the point I'm really trying to make is I have a plethora of games. I own about 400 plus games on Steam alone and probably close to 1,000 played total in my life. Yeah, get a life, I know. But I have so much experience and knowledge of all of these games. I really just feel like exploring and sharing them with you guys. I feel like YouTube is the ultimate creative platform. And at this point in my career, I feel like the possibilities are endless. So why stick with just one game? Anyways, I'll be making videos mostly on indie games that I've had my eye on, as well as achievement hunting, which I was super into on the Xbox. Like, I used to watch Achievement Hunter all the time. I think 100% in games is a pretty unique challenge in itself for many games, and I think that fits in my style very well. There's so many games where a lot of the achievements are playing the game on the max difficulty, which is already something I was kind of planning on doing, but it kind of gives me more reason to do it that way. I do have, however, one more big video at least coming out for Lethal Company to kind of tie my entire experience together, so please check that out when it drops. This isn't to say that I will never play Lethal Company again. I think I kind of just need a break at the very least, but I won't be a Lethal Company YouTuber per se. I still think I have a lot of really fun ideas I can do, but I don't think I'll really be playing the game solo that much anymore. I think duo minimum is kind of the way to play. All of my solo challenges have been kind of gruesome, and sometimes they kind of feel like a job, which you don't really want to happening when you're playing a video game, so I just decided, yeah, I think I'm ready to kind of move on. As I'm making this video, it looks like we already hit another sub goal at 2.5 thousand. Holy cow, dude. This all happened in just the span of like a month, and I am extremely grateful for it. This is a very unique opportunity, and I have nobody else to thank for it but you. So stick around for my journey, subscribe, and enjoy the rest of this run. Alright, back to the tidbits about the run in general. Here, I'm putting the TZP closer to the ship because we'll be moving it later. The biggest threat in this whole challenge moon, at least for a solo, was just the 3 baboon hawks that spawn. Here, I'm basically just collecting all the loot from the fire exit run, so I'll probably just speed this up. Like I said in previous videos, the challenge moons are only so fun when you're solo, to be honest. 70% of the time is just hauling items. Finally, time to change things up and go to the main entrance to just get 3 more items. I could have totally gotten another item, but I don't really think it matters in the grand scheme of things. On the way back, I used the very last bit of TZP and sprint to the ship. This part got me in an earlier run. I left at 10 PM and barely died to a giant in front of the ship, so I didn't want to stay inside for too long because of that. Alright, well that was Challenge Moon Week 4. Not too eventful.